James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2023. I'm here with my friend Dedo Weigert. He's the Dedo in Dedolight, and he always has a lot of new products to tell us about. What do you have this year, Dedo?
During the slow years of Corona, we developed about 15 different tools. We'll pick a few of those. One of those is called Neo. That's a ballast system where one of these ballasts now can operate 34 of my different focusing LED lights. But it has to say hello. The light head has to have a code to say, I'm a 20 watt bicolor. I'm a 90 watt ultraviolet light. I'm an infrared light. I'm a monocolor light, and so on. It also has some capabilities of dimming. Dimming for LEDs has been difficult. Not everybody needs that. Usually at about 5% it gets rough, and we can now dim to 0.1%, and you can choose the curve, go linear or exponential. The normal cameraman doesn't know the difference. But if you shoot drama and you want to come up from black, the exponential can be much more dramatic than the linear. So that's a choice you just choose on the menu. Also, high-speed video sometimes has been difficult with LED. So this can go, we've tested it up to 50,000 frames. Most
that flicker
is higher. Yeah. Then DMX. I'm a simple cameraman. I always thought DMX is one thing, but it's many different ones. It has many ways where it needs response from the console. Different speeds, 8-bit, 16-bit, RDM, all that, it's all in there. Also, it can go wireless because the new generation wants to have their iPhone and control everything in the studio. Yeah. So also it's upgradable, we can introduce new software to it and so on. It has an AC and a DC V-lock adapter. You just slide it on there and go from small battery to small AC supply. So it works with lights. Originally, we are known for our optics. My very first light,
I still have a set,
was based on very small point light source, and that had a focus range of 1 to 25. Once you go into LEDs, if it's monocolor LED, you have 24 chips and it gets bigger. You have bicolor, it gets bigger. And now we're entering a new world of multicolor LEDs. 6 color, RGBACL. That's many, many chips, and you have a fried egg. And that doesn't work as well with optics. So we have to rethink and reconstruct. So here is something that came out of our partnership with a company called Prolycht. RGBACL, not a single white LED in it. Gives you a larger color space, gives you the choice of the color picker. Yeah, that's your mobile phone again. You hold it out the window on Hollywood Boulevard and you record all the colors you can get, and then you play back and the light will do just that.
Wow, drives the light.
Yeah. Or you can go into a virtual production studio and you point your iPhone, or better your iPad, at the screen. You choose 8 different points on the screen, or 8 areas. You can enlarge them, move them, and each one of those will synchronize to one light or a group of lights. Yeah.
Very impressive.
From Prolycht, we also have 300 watt light and a 675 watt light.
And your optics are working with these lights now?
We have designed matched optics that go with these lights. Either non-spherical wide-angle adapters to go 80 degree. Not everybody needs that. Or we have modification of our projection attachments, which have the best optics anywhere. You can use some of those optics on an Alexa or Red camera, and since the image circle is so big, we could build a tilt shift system for them. I did that. I didn't pursue it. So our optics on there, compared to the original projection from Prolycht, which is good, clean, but we have 4 times the light. Now, to give another example, the Prolycht 300, the small one, at 2 meter, 6 foot, 7 foot distance, gives you 5,600 lux, less than 500 foot candle, the naked light. Now we put our optics on there, and we can go up to 60,000. That's a little increase, more than taxes usually. Yeah. So we have a zoom optic, big heavy mother that can go on those lights, and it brings this incredible increase of intensity. Or we have a parallel beam adapter that is a little wider. It goes 12, 15 degree, and that again leads us into the virtual production. Because with that we can take those multicolor lights and activate 4 reflectors at the same time, which will activate 4 more reflectors. And so with 2 300-watt lights on a huge LED background, we're going outside, the reflectors back, we create backlight, contour light, everything for the action area.
Well, that's the way the nature works. Light from the sun bounces around.
No, not quite. If you want to talk about nature and you want to bring the Sahara or the Rio Beach or the Amazon rainforest into the studio to match the colors for the action scene, that's what we do in intensity and color hues and all that, enhanced by the multitude of the reflectors that we add with the help of our optics. But nature is not believable if you light it with ARRI 2Ks. Yeah? People feel it. You can't see light. You can't see light, I can't see light. Yeah? But we see the reflection of light. But we sense the difference of natural light coming from a huge distance. And that's where we bridge into our parallel beam lights, the big ones, that nobody really, honestly is interested in ecology. Yeah, the kids go on the street and they want to save the planet. Kids glue their hands onto the asphalt, or they throw garbage at an art painting. It doesn't really save the planet.
But using one light to make it 3 sources, that's saving some power.
That one, you can fire up from grandmother's kitchen, 1200 watt, but the output at 60 feet is 50% more than an ARRI 9K in spot. Yeah, so it's quite efficient. But the key to the whole thing is the light doesn't come from the light. Wait a minute, bullshit. Yeah? I put the lamp in there myself, so that's where it comes from. No, it comes from a virtual light source 60 feet behind the light. And that is a big step closer to beating the square law and creating the illusion of natural light. And that is the key to believable virtual production. When you want to bring nature, you also have to bring the light. And that cannot be done with traditional lighting instruments. For that you need what I call infinity lighting. And that is only the opening of the gate. We go into our reflectors, and again we elongate the distance by travel to the reflector, from the reflector onto another reflector, and so on. And thus we create believable illusion of natural light. within the studio as if the light came from way outside the studio. And that's one of our tricks. So that's called Dedolight Lightstream. And we've added a little bit. That one there is a 2.5K, has double the output. Okay. Then Lightstream has 3 families now. One is for drama, for virtual production. The other one is called Lightstream Light. That's reflectors that are light as a piece of paper. But since you're a professional, you're not going to believe this. There's a little light that's only 40 watt. It's so small that the professional will say, look, you have to understand, I'm a professional. I can't be seen with something like that. I'll give this to my daughter for a Barbie. Yeah. But with one 40 watt light and the miracle, the parallel beam optic enhancer, we multiply the light 8 times. And the professional will say, how many watt does it have now? Yeah? And with that, we activate 8 reflectors, and we can light an entire interview, 1-2-person scene with background.
That's ecology.
That some people call that ecology, some people call it unbelievable, and some people say, I can't use this, I can't be seen with this, because I have 8 reflectors and something like a lady's handbag. Most ladies' handbags that I've seen are much heavier.
Well, I call it Dedolight, and I thank you so much. Another fine lesson from Dedo University. Thank you so much, Dedo.
Okay, thank you for being interested. Thank you for being patient with me, listening to the unbelievable. Okay, thank you.